This is Oberlin, and this is a bike. So is this, and this, and this. At the divergence of the two, you find the Institute of Higher Education, Oberlin College. Oberlin campus is extremely conducive to cycling. Not only are there bike racks by virtually every building, but centuries ago, glaciers flattened the entire area specifically for the purpose of easy bicycle accessibility. But what is the point of this, you might ask, soon after starting this video? Safety! Safety is that thing that keeps you from getting broken on your two-wheeled steel steed. What happens when safety goes wrong, though, you may also ask? Well, why doesn't this OB tell you?
What safety gear were you wearing at the time of your accident?
I didn't have anything. I wasn't wearing a helmet.
Where did the accident take place? Like at an intersection?
It was just in my neighborhood, so residential neighborhood. The direction I was going, there was no stop sign, but the other direction there was.
How did it happen?
It's a mattress delivery truck, and it was going along one of the main streets in the neighborhood, and I was on my bike. Mind you, this bike is a track bike. It's made for riding on a velodrome. It's a specific type of racing bike that doesn't have any brakes on it. It's called a fixed gear to some people, track bike to others. And what was happening was I was going too fast on the right side of the truck. I was actually going faster than the truck itself, the van, whatever. And at this intersection where we didn't have a stop sign, we were coming up to it, he starts to pull right. I'm going faster than he is, and as he starts to turn, I realize I should probably turn too, because I'm going fast. I was probably going 23, 25 miles an hour. So even with brakes, I don't know if I've been able to stop as soon as I realized he was starting to turn. So he starts to turn. I think, okay, I gotta turn as well, so I don't run right into him. So he turns, I turn too, but the turn's too tight, so I fall over right here. And he finishes turning and runs me over with his back wheel as he finishes the turn. So I got really lucky, and it was way more than likely that if the same scenario happened, I would have had serious brain trauma from not wearing a helmet.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
We see a whole lot of flat tires. We have probably more flat tires and busted tubes and busted tires than anything else. The best preventative method for that is probably to keep your tire pressure okay, because then you are not going to like pinch your tube all the way into the rim every time you go over a bump. Second most common problem that comes in, even though people don't know that they're coming in with that problem, is that their brakes are completely unsafe and will not stop them. And I have a habit of when people like leave for a couple minutes, I'll fix the brakes, because they don't necessarily know. First thing to do before you ride your bike every time, and it's not a big deal, is just pick it up and drop it on the ground and see how it sounds. Your bike is going to sound the same every time, and if it doesn't, then there's probably something different or wrong. Second one, I usually check both brakes, just briefly, just Jack, okay, I have a break. I have another break. If you're on a bike with a freewheel and it's in the winter, it's a good idea to kind of kick back your pedal for a second and see if it clicks. If it doesn't, then it's probably too cold to ride your bike because all of your grease is turned solid. As for checking your tire pressure, if you don't have a gauge, the easiest way is just to put all of your weight on one end of the bike and then all of your weight on the other end. What you're looking is that it's going to deflect a little bit. It'll go out 2 or 3 millimeters on each side of the tire. But it's not going to go all the way to the ground. You're not going to feel the rim hit the ground. At the Bike Co-op, we have a lot of ways that you can get involved and either help us out or help you out, or both. First of all, if you come in and you need a helmet, we will give you one. We have a big box of helmets that people have given to us. Most of them are brand new. Some of them have been used once. None of them have been in crashes. There's also like a fur hat, I think. The second way to get involved, my favorite, is to do Build-A-Bike, where you volunteer for 10 hours. Do whatever the mechanic tells you to, which is going to be a lot of getting greasy and fixing things on other people's bikes who come in. You'll get really good at taking tires off. And then at the end of the 10 hours, then you get to use whatever parts are available in the co-op and build yourself whatever bike you can build out of those. Or order from a catalog or from the bike shop and build whatever you want. This is the graveyard. These are all of the bike frames that are available to be built up. And some of them are really nice. Not enough people do that program. The last way to get involved is that you can be a mechanic. And a system mechanic doesn't need to know anything when they come in. We will teach you and you'll be doing most of the same things as Build-A-Bike. Actually, you can do that as your Build-A-Bike. Or if you do know what you're doing, you can become a head mechanic and be assigned the shift and have responsibilities and keys and talk to interviewers.